It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Panthers and the Chargers, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Here's Smith to return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Southern California kid. Played his college ball in L.A. at USC. At quarterback, it's Sam Darnold. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. Back to throw here, Herbert. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Herbert on first down now. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
And that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. A pretty nice strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Herbert. Hard throw, incomplete. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here's Smith to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. And his throw here is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Darnold down to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. 2nd and 2. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that'll set them back 5. That false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Darnold. We'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Panther football to start quarter number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
On second down, Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there for L.A. And, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is a case of improper form from a tackling perspective because when you get ready to go up against a back like this, everyone has to be able to understand you've got to be able to slow him down and let the cavalry come to the rescue. They were nowhere to be found that time, though, and this winds up being a big play.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now it's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
To try again after the sack, Darnold. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
Is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people go, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them. They get scouting reports. They start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
And that's all about recognition right there because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Darnold on 1st down. He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. There's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. 1st half, already over the century mark. How
about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
And looking again for Gronkowski. He's got him this time. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Herbert throwing again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big game that time for the Chargers. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off two huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
On first down, it's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On second and goal, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. Jalen Guyton as the first half is winding down, and the Chargers are going to retake the lead. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Here's Smith to return it.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before the break, Darnold. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with the road victory. Josh Jacobs, a touchdown run in the victory. We'll stay in the AFC South as we head over to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And they trail the visiting Bills in that ball game at halftime. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting 49ers out in front. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown catch in that first half. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Chargers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that lost week at the hands of Seattle. They started on the ground with Eckler. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. To the air again, Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Herbert off of play action. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Again, Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Herbert operating from the red zone.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Shaw. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
There's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. A little juke. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 106 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's McCaffrey.
And shedding through the tackle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. From just shy of midfield, Darnold is going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Extra point attempt to come here. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the third quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. It's Eckler again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Nifty move. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Darnold. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Panthers on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Darnold now to throw.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to bring up the fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10. At their own 46. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Wolf. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Here's Herbert. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Hassan Reddick, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 42-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Carolina getting set to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A first down throw, Darnold. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Again, he finds Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to look deep for Moore. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Herbert on 1st down now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. Herbert back to the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Once more, here's Eckler.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 2. A minute 44 to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down.
Darnold to throw. Gets this to Moore.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
Now Darnold.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Here's Darnold.
Shakes off the sack.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Darnold.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Darnold.
That's into the hands of Marshall.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And they will take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, through the wristbands of the crowd.